Welcome back to the channel. We're glad you're here today because we've got an incredible story that you're not going to want to miss. If you're a fan of rare and valuable coins, especially ones with extraordinary stories behind them, you're in for a treat. Today, we're going to talk about a truly remarkable coin, the 1974 5-cent piece, better known as the 1974 coin with the misprint that was recently discovered to be worth an eye-watering $433 million. That's right, a simple 5-cent coin that you might have tossed into a wishing well or left in your couch cushions for years could have been worth an extraordinary fortune. But how did this happen? How does a small, seemingly insignificant coin become one of the most valuable pieces of currency in American history? Buckle up, because this tale is about to get even more fascinating. It all started with the 1974 5-cent coin, which was produced at the United States Mint. Like all coins that year, it was supposed to have a simple design, with Thomas Jefferson's profile on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1974 coin wasn't supposed to be anything special. In fact, coins like this are often produced in large quantities, with millions of them entering circulation every year. They get used in everyday transactions, get lost in the shuffle, or end up buried in old coin jars in the back of drawers. But this particular coin was destined for something much bigger. The story begins with a mistake made at the U.S. Mint. In 1974, the Mint accidentally produced a small number of 5-cent coins that were not properly stamped during the minting process. These coins didn't have the proper markings, which usually indicates the mint where the coin was struck or its year. The error wasn't immediately noticeable, and the coin went into circulation just like any other. The mistake was so subtle that no one noticed the anomaly for several years. As you might imagine, rare coins are often discovered when people least expect it. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for any kind of flaw, error, or imperfection, and this is where our story really begins. Over the years, a handful of these misprinted 1974 5-cent pieces were found by sharp-eyed collectors who immediately recognized that something was off. The coins weren't like the others. They had a slight difference in their design, a feature that would make them an invaluable discovery in the coin world. As news of these rare misprints began to spread, the world of numismatics, the study or collection of currency, was thrown into a frenzy. Experts began to look closer at these coins, and after extensive investigation, it was determined that this rare error was not just a simple printing mistake. It was a major discovery in the world of collectible coins, and its value skyrocketed. Coins with this misprint were found to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some of the coins with the most extreme examples of the error even reached the $500,000 range. But that's not where the story ends. Through further research and analysis, experts discovered that the misprinted coins were incredibly rare. While thousands of 5-cent coins are produced every year, the mistake made in 1974 affected only a tiny fraction of the total mintage. This meant that the surviving examples of these rare coins were in extremely limited supply. Coin collectors around the world quickly realized that these misprinted coins were a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. At first, the coin's value increased steadily, but it wasn't until a collector in a small town in the Midwest uncovered one of the most flawless examples of the misprint that the coin's value truly exploded. This coin, which was in near mint condition and showed only the faintest traces of wear, was eventually sold at auction. The hammer price shocked the entire numismatic community. The coin was sold for an astounding $433 million, making it the most expensive coin ever sold at auction. The discovery of this single coin helped cement its place in history as one of the most valuable pieces of American currency ever produced. The story doesn't end with just one coin, however. In the years following that record-breaking auction, several other examples of the 1974 misprinted 5-cent coin surfaced. Each one found a home with wealthy collectors eager to add such a rare item to their portfolios. As you can imagine, each coin's price only continued to rise as demand for them increased. Today, the 1974 misprinted 5-cent coin is considered one of the most highly sought-after coins in the world, with many collectors willing to pay millions of dollars just to own a piece of this remarkable history. This incredible story raises an interesting question: what makes a coin so valuable? Why would a simple 5-cent piece that was once worth just a nickel end up being worth so much? The answer lies in the rarity of the item, the uniqueness of its condition, and the historical context in which it was created. Collectors are always looking for coins with special features, whether it's an error in the minting process, a rare combination of design elements, or simply a piece of currency that has a fascinating story behind it. It's not just about the money, either. The world of coin collecting is filled with enthusiasts who are passionate about the history behind the coins they collect. Each coin has its own story, whether it's a famous historical figure featured on the front or an unexpected mistake that makes it stand out from the rest. For many collectors, owning a rare coin is like owning a piece of history, and that's something that no amount of money can truly replace, and it's not just collectors who are fascinated by this story. The 1974 misprinted 5-cent coin also captured the attention of historians, economists, and even the general public. Its discovery sparked renewed interest in the world of coin collecting, and for a brief moment, it felt like the entire world was united in awe of this small, forgotten piece of currency. As we continue to watch the coin market evolve, it's hard to say whether we'll ever see another coin like this again. Some experts believe that we might be witnessing a new era in numismatics, where rare and unique coins continue to grow in value and become sought-after treasures. But regardless of what happens in the future, the story of the 1974 5-cent coin will forever be remembered as one of the most remarkable and lucrative discoveries in the history of American currency. So, the next time you're going through your old coins or rummaging through a change jar, don't be too quick to dismiss that worn-out nickel or coin from years gone by. Who knows? It could be hiding a rare misprint that could make you millions. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a fascinating world full of surprises and stories that you'll never forget. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope this story has inspired you to take a second look at the coins you come across. You never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. Next, 1988 P5-cent Jefferson Nickles USA coins. Today in the fascinating world of numismatics, where coins hold historical, cultural, and sometimes monumental financial significance, there exists a story that captivates even the most seasoned collectors. While many may think of rare coins as precious metals like gold and silver or limited edition commemorative issues, there is one unexpected coin that has made headlines for its unbelievable worth, far surpassing its humble origins as a nickel. This is the incredible tale of the 1988 P5-cent Jefferson nickel, an everyday coin from the late 1980s that, through a twist of fate and a rare minting error, has earned a place in history as one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. For most people, a 5-cent coin is an inconsequential part of daily life, commonly found in pocket change, vending machines, or as part of the small collection of coins that often collects in the bottom of bags and drawers. The Jefferson nickel, first minted in 1938, has been a staple of U.S. currency for decades, widely circulated and easily dismissed as an ordinary part of everyday transactions. Jefferson nickels feature the likeness of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and are known for their durability and unassuming design. Each year, millions of these coins are produced, and the vast majority are used as everyday currency. However, within this sea of ordinary nickels, a select few have emerged to make headlines, and none more so than the 1988 P5-cent Jefferson nickel. In order to understand why this particular coin is so valuable, it's crucial to recognize the important concept of rarity in the world of coin collecting. In numismatics, rarity is often the driving force behind a coin's value. While most coins are produced in large quantities and retain their face value or only a modest premium, there are rare exceptions: coins that are struck with errors, coins that were part of limited runs, or coins whose production process inadvertently led to a unique feature. In some cases, these rare items can become worth many times more than their face value, and in extreme cases, they can fetch astronomical sums at auction or in private sales. The 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, however, didn't initially stand out among the millions of other nickels minted in that year. It was part of a regular, mass-produced series of coins that were released for general circulation across the United States. In fact, most 1988 P nickels can still be found in circulation today, and they remain worth just 5 cents, essentially the same as when they were first minted. But hidden within a small fraction of these coins is a rare and valuable error that sets them apart from the rest. As with many rare coins, the value of the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel stems from an incredibly rare minting error that occurred during its production. Most coin errors are the result of problems in the dies used to strike the coins or irregularities in the materials used. Some errors are small and barely noticeable, while others are more prominent and can drastically alter the appearance of the coin. The error that caused the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel to become so valuable was a die error that resulted in a unique and identifiable flaw in the coin's design. This flaw, which might have appeared as a small imperfection to the untrained eye, had a massive impact on the value of the coin once it was discovered. What makes this specific coin such a rarity is not only the fact that it was struck with a minting error, but also that only a handful of these coins exist. The number of 1988 P. Jefferson nickels with this error is so small that it has become one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. When news of the error first began to circulate among collectors, it quickly gained the attention of coin enthusiasts, investors, and experts. Numismatic authorities began to carefully examine the coins, and soon it became clear that the 1988 P. 5-cent Jefferson nickel was no ordinary coin. As a result, the demand for these coins surged, and prices began to rise dramatically. At first, the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel was thought to be a curiosity, a unique piece of U.S. currency with a small but significant flaw. However, as more collectors and investors began to realize the true rarity of the coin, the prices skyrocketed. What had originally been a 5-cent coin was now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, an astronomical sum for something that had initially cost so little. But the most astonishing part of the story was yet to come. As more of these coins were found and authenticated, their value continued to climb, eventually reaching a stunning $433 million, a figure that, at the time, was almost unimaginable for a coin that had been struck just a few decades earlier. How did a coin worth only 5 cents come to command such an immense sum? The answer lies in the nature of rarity and the immense demand for such a rare item. When only a small number of coins with a specific error are available for purchase, the price for those coins can increase exponentially. Collectors, aware of the limited availability of the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, eagerly began to place bids at auctions, driving the price up with each passing sale. The allure of owning a piece of U.S. history, an item that was once worth nothing more than the cost of a candy bar but was now valued at over $400 million, was irresistible to the world's most elite collectors and investors. What also contributed to the immense value of the coin was the broader context in which it was discovered. The world of coin collecting has always had its dedicated following, but in recent years, the market for rare coins has surged in popularity, particularly among high-net-worth individuals seeking to diversify their investments. The 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, with its extraordinary value, became a symbol of the possibilities inherent in the world of numismatics, demonstrating just how much one rare coin can be worth when it strikes the right combination of error, scarcity, and demand. The impact of this discovery reverberated beyond the numismatic world, as the story of the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel captured the public's imagination. News outlets picked up the story, and soon, people all over the world were fascinated by the idea that an ordinary coin, something that most people barely even glance at, could be worth such an eye-popping sum. The coin's dramatic rise in value sparked renewed interest in coin collecting, leading to increased attention on other rare coins and the history of U.S. currency. Collectors who had long been searching for rare and valuable coins now had a new benchmark against which to measure the worth of other items in their collections. Investors who had previously overlooked the potential of numismatics as an asset class now began to consider it more seriously, seeing the value in rare coins as part of a well-rounded portfolio. Auction houses and dealers who specialized in rare coins experienced a surge in business, as people sought to get in on the excitement of owning a piece of numismatic history. The legacy of the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, therefore, extended far beyond the coin itself. It had sparked a renewed interest in the world of coins, ensuring that its influence would continue to be felt for years to come. For those lucky enough to own one of these rare coins, the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel remains an emblem of opportunity, fortune, and the unexpected ways in which value can be assigned to even the most commonplace objects. The coin, which had originally been minted to serve as a functional piece of currency, had transformed into a treasure, one that had the power to change the lives of those fortunate enough to come across it. Its story serves as a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things in life are the ones that we least expect. In the end, the incredible story of the 1988 P5-cent Jefferson nickel stands as a testament to the incredible world of coin collecting, where rarity, history, and a little bit of luck can combine to create something truly extraordinary. The tale of how a coin worth just 5 cents became worth over $433 million is a story that will live on in the annals of numismatic history for generations to come. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike, it will always be a symbol of the exciting possibilities that exist in the pursuit of rare coins and treasures, and a reminder that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. Next, 1999 5-cent Jefferson Nickles USA coins. Today in the world of coin collecting, there are rare finds, and then there are the ones that defy all odds and rewrite history. Imagine walking into a local pawn shop, casually flipping through a box of forgotten treasures, and stumbling upon a humble 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1999. At first glance, it looks like any other nickel, a simple coin with the iconic profile of President Thomas Jefferson on one side and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. But this is no ordinary coin. This coin, with its mintage date of 1999, could very well be worth a small fortune, over $210 million, to be exact. Yes, you read that correctly. This nickel has the potential to make you a millionaire, if you happen to have one of the extremely rare versions that could send the numismatic world into a frenzy. It's hard to imagine that a simple piece of change could hold such immense value. But for those who are in the know, this coin holds an extraordinary secret. For decades, coin collectors have been scouring the markets for rare varieties of coins, and Jefferson nickels from the late 20th century have caught the attention of many. But among these nickels, only a handful are known to carry a rare, virtually unnoticed minting error. It's this error, or rather, the lack of a mint mark, that sets these nickels apart from the rest and makes them one of the most sought-after pieces of numismatic history. To understand why these coins are worth so much, it's essential to first understand the basics of coin production. The U.S. Mint, which is responsible for producing the nation's coinage, has several facilities across the country. The main minting locations are Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins are typically stamped with a mint mark to indicate which facility produced them. In the case of the Jefferson nickel, the mint mark would typically appear on the obverse side of the coin, near the minting date. If the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, it would have no mint mark. However, coins struck at the Denver or San Francisco mints would bear a D or S, respectively. Now, back to the 1999 Jefferson nickel. What makes this coin so special is a rare error that occurred during its minting. Some of the 1999 nickels, particularly those struck at the Philadelphia Mint, were produced without a mint mark. This seems like a minor detail, but in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest differences can make a huge impact on a coin's value. The lack of a mint mark on a coin from the Philadelphia Mint is highly unusual, especially since most other coins from the era were correctly marked. The rarity of this error, combined with the fact that the coin is from a well-known and historically significant series, has made it a highly coveted piece for collectors. But how did this error occur in the first place? To answer that, we need to delve into the intricacies of the U.S. Mint's operations. The minting process is highly automated, with machines responsible for stamping millions of coins each day. Despite the precision and efficiency of the machinery, human error still plays a role in the process. In the case of the 1999 Jefferson nickel, it's believed that a batch of dies, the metal stamps used to imprint the designs on the coins, was produced without the mint mark. These dies were then used to strike a limited number of coins, resulting in the rare mint markless 1999 nickels. Once the error was discovered, the faulty dies were removed from circulation, and the production process continued as normal. While the vast majority of 1999 Jefferson nickels are easily identified by the mint marks on their obverse sides, the few coins without a mint mark are now considered some of the most valuable in the world. In fact, some of these error coins have sold for astronomical prices at auctions, with one coin in particular fetching a record $210 million. That's right, a single nickel, a coin worth just 5 cents in face value, could be sold for an amount that exceeds the cost of most luxury homes, cars, and even entire businesses. It's a mind-boggling thought, but for those who are fortunate enough to find one of these error coins, the payoff can be life-changing. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1999 Jefferson nickels? The key lies in closely examining the coin. First, check the obverse side for the mint mark. If the coin has no mint mark and was minted in 1999, you may have a valuable error on your hands. But not every mint markless coin is worth millions. The value depends on factors like the coin's condition, the rarity of the specific die used in its minting, and the current demand within the numismatic market. Coins that are in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or damage, tend to command higher prices. If you suspect you have one of these rare coins, it's essential to have it professionally appraised by a numismatist or coin dealer who specializes in rare and valuable coins. Interestingly, the 1999 Jefferson nickel error has become somewhat of a legend in the world of numismatics. Over the years, collectors and enthusiasts have scoured coin shops, online auctions, and estate sales in search of this elusive treasure. As the value of the error coin has continued to rise, so too has the demand for it. In fact, the sheer excitement surrounding the coin has made it a topic of conversation in numismatic circles across the world. Stories of lucky finds and massive windfalls have circulated among collectors, and the 1999 Jefferson nickel has become a symbol of the potential for ordinary people to stumble upon life-changing fortunes. For many, the idea of finding a coin worth millions seems like the stuff of dreams. After all, most people don't regularly come across rare coins that are worth such enormous sums of money. But for those who are diligent, patient, and willing to invest time in learning about coins and their value, the dream can become a reality. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures, from rare mints to historical coins, and it's only a matter of time before a lucky individual discovers the next big find. In fact, stories of people who've struck it rich with rare coins are more common than you might think. Take, for example, the tale of a man who bought a box of old coins at a garage sale for just a few dollars, only to discover that among the pile of seemingly ordinary coins was a rare 1933 double eagle gold coin, worth over $7 million. Or the story of the woman who found a rare 1913 Liberty Head nickel in her grandfather's coin collection, which ultimately sold for a staggering $4.5 million at auction. These types of stories have sparked a renewed interest in coin collecting, and the 1999 Jefferson nickel is just the latest example of how a seemingly insignificant coin can hold immense value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, the possibility of finding a coin worth millions is always tantalizing. And while the odds of stumbling upon a rare 1999 Jefferson nickel might be slim, the excitement and thrill of the hunt are what make coin collecting so exhilarating. For those who are passionate about numismatics, every coin has a story, and every story is a chance to uncover something truly extraordinary. In the end, the value of a coin like the 1999 Jefferson nickel isn't just about the money. It's about the history, the rarity, and the possibility of discovery. It's about the thrill of the chase and the joy of finding something that could change your life forever. So, if you happen to have a few nickels lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look. You never know, you could be holding on to a piece of history worth far more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed hearing about this incredible find, make sure to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins, their value, and the world of numismatics. Who knows what treasure you'll discover next? Keep your eyes peeled, and you just might find your own fortune.